Welcome to Focal Entrepreneur, where we share the latest insights, tips, and strategies for entrepreneurs looking to level up their game. Today, we're going to talk about the science behind habits and how we can use the knowledge to cultivate better habits and transform our lives. If you're looking to understand the psychology behind habits and how to form new habits, then you won't want to miss this summary. The author of Atomic Habits, James Clear, starts the book by discussing the science of habits and how they work. One of the key concepts he introduces is the habit loop. The habit loop is made up of three parts: a cue, a craving, and a reward. Clear argues that by understanding this loop, we can manipulate it to change our habits for the better. Let's break down the three parts of the habit loop in more detail. The first part of the loop is the cue. The cue is a piece of information that suggests there's a reward to be found. For example, the smell of a freshly baked cookie is a cue that suggests there's a delicious reward waiting for you. Another example is a dark room that is waiting to be lit up, which is a cue that suggests the reward is the ability to see. The second part of the loop is the craving. The craving is the motivation to change something to get the reward. For example, the smell of a cookie triggers a craving to taste it, and the dark room triggers a craving to turn on the light and be able to see. The third part of the loop is the response. The response is whatever thought or action you need to take to get to the reward. For example, if the cue is the smell of a cookie, then the response might be to walk over to the kitchen and grab one. If the cue is a dark room, then the response might be to reach for the light switch and turn it on. Finally, the last part of the loop is the reward. The reward is the satisfying feeling you get from the change, along with the lesson of whether to do it again or not. For example, after tasting the cookie, the reward might be the satisfaction of a sweet treat and the lesson to repeat the behavior next time you smell cookies. After turning on the light, the reward might be the ability to see, and the lesson to repeat the behavior the next time you're in a dark room. Clear argues that by manipulating the three parts of the habit loop, we can transform our habits. For example, if you want to form a new habit of exercising every day, you can use the habit loop to your advantage. First, you can choose a cue, such as putting your running shoes by the door each night. Second, you can cultivate a craving, such as the desire to feel healthy and strong. And finally, you can choose a response, such as going for a run each morning. One of the key principles outlined in the book is the importance of focusing on identity-based habits. Identity-based habits refer to habits that are aligned with your core values and beliefs. According to Clear, when habits align with your identity, they become much easier to stick to. The book explains how to cultivate identity-based habits by focusing on the process, not the outcome, and by developing a growth mindset. Another key principle covered in the book is the concept of implementation intentions. Implementation intentions refer to the practice of planning out exactly when and where you will perform a habit. Clear argues that implementation intentions increase the likelihood of habit formation and can be a powerful tool for habit change. The book also touches on the subject of obstacles and how to overcome them when it comes to forming new habits. Clear recognizes that change is not always easy and that there will be challenges along the way. However, he emphasizes the importance of perseverance and persistence. He suggests ways to overcome obstacles, such as seeking accountability and support from others, creating a favorable environment, and reframing negative thoughts. Clear also discusses the idea of tiny habits, which are small habits that can lead to big changes over time. He argues that small habits are easier to stick to and can have a cumulative effect over time. The book provides practical examples of how to implement tiny habits and how to turn them into bigger habits. Another interesting aspect of the book is the discussion of systems versus goals. Clear argues that goals are a great way to get started, but that they are not enough to sustain lasting change. Instead, he emphasizes the importance of creating systems and processes that support our habits. He explains how systems help us to focus on the process and make progress, rather than just the end result. In conclusion, Atomic Habits is a comprehensive guide to understanding and forming habits. Clear's writing style is easy to follow, making the complex science of habits accessible to the reader. He provides practical tips, real-life examples, and a step-by-step guide to changing your habits and transforming your life. Whether you're looking to make a small change or a major transformation, this book is a must-read for anyone looking to improve their habits and their life. So, that's it for today. We hope you enjoyed this overview of atomic habits. If you're interested in learning more about the science behind habits and how to cultivate better habits, be sure to pick up a copy of the book. Thank you for tuning into Focal Entrepreneur. If you enjoyed this summary, be sure to check out our other summaries and resources on our website.